19th century Korean aristocrat. The capital in 1861. The United States Congress currently sits in this building. Star Trek's DeForest Kelley with his wife Carolyn Dowling. They were married for 54 years from 1945 until Kelly's death in 1999. Portrait of a Red Army Guard soldier, Alexandra Kudyakova, a machine gunner in the Machine Gun Company. 1943. Soviet sailors visit the grave of Karl Marx, London, United Kingdom, 1956. Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun. Adolf Eichmann, the architect of the Holocaust in the Yard of Ayalon prison in Israel, 1961. Monica Bellucci, 1990. The beautiful Jaguar E-Type was introduced at the Geneva International Motor Show in 1961. A funny old photo of a soldier with a cat on his head. In 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 crashed in the Andes. The survivors endured 72 days in freezing cold, experienced avalanches and starvation, and ultimately committed cannibalism to survive. Out of 45 passengers, 16 survived. Panamanian dictator General Manuel Noriega arrested by United States Drug Enforcement Administration agents after the United States invasion of Panama in 1989. Three creepy girls with long hair. Whitney Houston and her girlfriend Robin Crawford, late 1980s. Soviet and United States athletes at the opening ceremony of the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York, with Yugoslav athletes in between them, February 13, 1980. Raymonde de La Roche was the world's first licensed female pilot. This photo of her was taken June 7, 1919. A group of women discussing posture during a session at Trans World Airlines Stewardess School in Kansas City, Missouri, 1961. Aircraft Listener, 1930s. (1987) Lee Han-yeol was fatally hit in the head by a tear gas canister during a protest in South Korea demanding a democratic presidential election. His death sparked nationwide protests, which led to full democratization. Mutara III Rudahigwa, King of Rwanda, with Layla Roosevelt in 1938. New mascot Saipan of the USS New Mexico. BB-40 tries to get comfortable 1944. Red Army soldier Mologolov, commander of a reconnaissance platoon with his prostrate horse, 1944. April 1980, Brighton gets the United Kingdom's first naturist beach. Day at the beach. Workers posing next to the Titanic's younger sister, the Britannic, right before its launch, 1914. Iconic Mexican artists Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera with a gas mask in opposition to fascism near the start of World War II. Rivera soon after painted a stunning 70-foot mural titled Pan-American Unity in 1940. Giles Edmund Newsom, a 12-year-old worker at Sanders Spinning Mill whose hand was caught in unprotected gearing that crushed and tore away 2 fingers. Bessemer City, North Carolina, 1912. German prisoners of war line up for lunch at a camp in France, 1944. The burned-out M4 Sherman of Company C, 741st Tank Battalion, lies at a Leipzig intersection during the final weeks of the European War, 1945. Future President and First Lady Barack and Michelle Obama during their wedding on October 3, 1992. Their wedding was held at Trinity United Church of Christ, and the reception was at the South Shore Cultural Center in Chicago, Illinois. 1956, a child shows his tooth. Gym group of weightlifters, boxers and wrestlers circa 1890. Cemetery Chaos, Glasgow, 1948. Anti-aging face mask from 1947. A German Henschel's 123 attack aircraft shot down in the Moscow region, guarded by a Red Army soldier, 1941. Ninth Avenue locals skateboarding in front of a skate shop in San Francisco photo by Hugh Holland, 1977. A Victorian home being moved on Steiner Street via horsepower, 1908, San Francisco. Queen Elizabeth II, aged just 26, in her first official photographic sitting as sovereign, 1952. Early modelling shot of Cindy Crawford, Chicago, Illinois, 1985. Two girls. A Finnish Soldier with Two Foxes, 1942. V-Day, New York City, 1945. Vietnamese Women in Traditional Attire, 1936. (1942), June 23rd. University of Detroit students practice wearing gas masks on campus. Nelson Mandela votes in a national election for the first time in his life, April 27th, 1994. Children look at Nintendo's new 16-bit game console at a Toys R Us store, 1991. A boy from a poor family during the Great Depression. Boy shaving. Results of Mensur, a traditional strictly regulated saber fight between two male members from different student fraternities, usually in Germany. Joan Collins prepares for bathtub scene from The Wayward Bus, 1957. Johnny Depp's arrest in 1994 after he trashed a hotel room while trying to kill a cockroach. New York City police officers beat two men during a gay rights march in 1970. Tom Cruise, early 1970s, United States. What is now the fully developed Las Vegas Strip, 1955. Amid the wreckage at the Pentagon after the 9/11 attacks, one symbol stood unscathed, the Marine Corps flag, hanging steady in a devastated office. Senator John McCain regained his freedom after spending over 5 years as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Here he is escorted to Hanoi's Gia Lam Airport after the release, 1973. From the series Beware of Balloons, 1977, photographer František Dostal. Man in Hat, Trunks, Socks and Shoes, Coney Island, New York, 1960, photo by Diane Arbus. Russian soldiers prepare chlorine gas cylinders for a gas attack on German positions during World War I in 1916. Helen Mirren's magnetism through the lens of the 1970s. B-24 attacking the Plisty refinery 1943. Robin and Marcia Williams on their wedding day at Lake Tahoe, April 30th, 1989. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis during the campaign to save New York City's Grand Central Terminal from demolition in the 1970s. Window washers on the Empire State Building, New York City, 1932. Arthur Steele visitor at number 10 Downing Street. Brigitte Bardot, walking barefoot in the island of Capri, Italy, 1963. German soldiers retreating through a burning Belarusian village. The photo was presumably taken in the Vitebsk region, 1944. Miss America, 1921. The winner was 16-year-old Margaret Gorman, third from left from Washington, D.C. Robert F. Kennedy, the younger brother of President JFK, speaking to a rally for racial equality in Washington, 1963. Glass negative shot of a young lady in wheelchair, Mary MacDonald, circa 1893. Giraffes. This is what the first carriages with roofs looked like. Immigrants being sworn in as citizens. Joseph Goebbels with his daughters at a Christmas party, December 23, 1937. Sammy Davis Jr. fools around while posing for the camera as James Dean films him. Philo T. Farnsworth with television transmitter in 1927. Two Ainu men from the island of Hokkaido in northern Japan, 1900s. Hippies gather at Elysian Park for a love-in, a celebration of peace and love, at Elysian Park in Los Angeles, California, on March 26, 1967. The German Paris gun, also known as the Kaiser Wilhelm gun, was the largest gun of World War I. In 1918, the Paris gun shelled Paris from 120 kilometers away. Big hair, 1980s. Che Guevara, Cuba, 1957. Riots in Paris, 1968. Harley Ermy when he was an actual drill instructor in 1966. In 1925, diphtheria affected an isolated village in Alaska. The Norwegian gunner Kaysen and his main dog Balto were the first to bring the serum to the village, through a snowstorm. A solar-powered car, the 1912 Baker Electric model, adapted to run on solar power. Dr. Charles Alexander Escoffery, the inventor of the automobile, explains how a solar panel works. 1960. An Inuk toddler in full furs holding onto a sled, taken likely in Greenland circa 1921 as a part of Knud Rasmussen's fifth Thule expedition. Cycling star George Brake of Crystal Palace Club tries to straighten a wheel during a London race, 1948. Monte Carlo, residents greet French war correspondents, 1944. The old Cincinnati Library before being demolished, 1874 to 1955. Robert F. Kennedy surrounded by children in East Harlem, New York City in 1967. Safety net that was installed under the Golden Gate Bridge during its construction in the 1930s, the net saved 19 people through the duration of the work. An Ep-7 flying boat in the waters of the Zakharkovo seaport, Moscow, 1940. A groovy bathroom decor from the 1970s. Last known photo of Michael Rockefeller in 1961, pictured with a New Guinean tribe known for cannibalism. Michael disappeared without a trace during his 1961 New Guinean expedition, and his body was never found. Cyclists, Sainte-Maxime, France, 1972. Group photo of the Goebbels family, January 1st, 1944. Construction of the Hindenburg airship in 1932. In 1910 to 1913, British Antarctic expedition explorer Dr. Edward Atkinson was on a mission in Antarctica, and let's just say he had his fair share of frostbite. This is what his frostbitten hand looked like one day in July 1911. Children skating in Paris. Fighting during the Romanian Revolution in central Bucharest, December 24th, 1989. Seta groom and bride at their wedding in Värska Setomaa, Estonia in 1912. First Supreme Leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini, while in exile in France in 1978. Miners at the Serra Pelada gold mine in the state of Pará, Brazil, 1984. (1940) Revelers rest after New Year's Eve celebrations on the steps of Grand Central Station, New York City. On April 21, 1990, the first public presentation of the previously classified F-117 Nighthawk aircraft took place in Las Vegas, United States. President Truman at a recreation of his Oval Office desk in 1959 with the iconic "The Buck Stops Here" sign, first sent to him in 1945. Kids try for Jackie Robinson's autograph. FDR visits Mount Rushmore to dedicate the Jefferson sculpture. He was already in the region on a tour of the Great Plains states hard hit by the 1930s drought. Women and children wait in a bread line in England circa 1914 to 1918. British Matilda tank, Mark II Matilda, wearing a special sunshield camouflage kit disguising the tank as a truck. Helwan, Egypt, 1941. A United States Marine Corps M67 flamethrower tank in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, 1968. Child labour, a sweeper as a cotton mill. Ernest Hemingway and Fidel Castro, 1960. A woman poses with a piece of meat, Siberia, 1931. The Prime Minister of Great Britain, Winston Churchill, listens to the explanations of a Soviet serviceman at the entrance from the side of the garden to the Reich Chancellery. Berlin, July 1945. Caroline Munro, born 16, January 1949. Windsor, Berkshire, is a British model and actress who has appeared primarily in fantasy, science fiction and horror films. Puppeteers peer out from their mobile theatre, Liverpool, 1955. Leon Bolly's car. A view of the Dome of the Rock Mosque in Jerusalem, Palestine, 33 years before the declaration of the State of Israel, 1915. Drifting down the Yukon River on a self-built raft in 1982. Hungarian yoga expert Laszlo Szabo demonstrates yoga positions for Budapest TV, March 9, 1963. Annie Jones was born with a full head of facial hair and began performing in the circus as a baby. Timur Dolgano Nenets Autonomous Okrug, one of the best hunters of the Kalinin collective farm Vasily Chuprin, with his team February 20, 1962. A Navajo woman with her baby, Arizona, 1929. Bruce, the mechanical shark from Jaws, 1975. Filming of the Skywayman in 1920, stuntmen perform the stunt. No one is injured. Racing driver Lincoln Beachey and auto racing pioneer Barney Oldfield, United States.